What's up, guys? So today I'm going to finally try to wrap up this supercharger swap, but before then we're going to take a little trip down here to the Pontiac, and I'm going to show you guys the latest thing I just picked up tool wise, and that is right in here. This is my 18 volt fuel Milwaukee 3/8 drive impact wrench, which I got and then bought separately the extended life 18 volt battery. It's a pretty big package. It's got, you know, the battery does make it kind of bulky, but though it might be a little bit hard to get into, this thing is an absolute beast when it comes to 3/8 impacts. This thing has 210, I think, foot-pounds. But what's nice is it's got this setting down here. One, the battery can tell you the level whenever you need to know. And two, right here you can set it on 1, 2, 3 or auto stop. And that's going to change the mode. The further down it goes, the lighter it is. Mode 1 is actually only 30 foot-pounds. So if you're running in small fasteners and you don't want to break them, that's what you would use. 2 is a little stronger, 3 is full strength. And then from what I understand, this setting, the auto stop setting, is whenever it sees no counter pressure, it just stops to keep you from overdoing certain types of fasteners. So that is my cool new tool that I'm going to be using going forward. I needed that to replace the snap-on one of these that I used to have, which I didn't really like anyway. So back to the car. So first of all, I thought I'd show you the couple things I didn't get to show you before. This is my solution for the intake problem for now. I had this, I want to say that's a 4-inch silicone coupler. So I just did that straight to the mass airflow and put the air filter right on the mass airflow. That takes care of that problem for now. I did also change the oil, and I've topped off the coolant. So all of our fluids are good. Now I did just drop the base MAF table from, I want to say, an 01 Silverado with a 6-liter, just to get a little bit closer. And it will start and run right now, but to get to where I can really drive it and use it correctly, we're going to need to do some more tuning. And to do that, I've got to go back inside. So as far as setup for getting ready to tune this thing, what I've done is, and I'm not going to go through all these notes. If you want to see how to set up for tuning your mass airflow sensor, I suggest you check out Goat Rope Garage. I will link that in the description. That's where I got all of these formulas from. But basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep the DFCO from coming on, and I'm trying to keep the cat over temperature from coming on. So I've changed some numbers to disable that. I am changing the temperature at which the oxygen sensors will be looked at to a higher temperature than it's going to hit. The idea there is it stays in closed loop mode and it only reads the MAF and it does not try to correct on its own. Then to keep the engine safe, I've subtracted 5 from the entire spark table just to keep it extra safe, to keep it from knocking. Then I set up a formula, and once again, Goat Rope Garage will show you how to do this over in the data logging software that will take the commanded air fuel ratio and the air fuel ratio from my wideband and give me a difference, and I'm going to use that to tweak the values in the MAF table. So first I've got to go flash this to the car. Okay, so I've done 5 or 6 rounds of this so far, but just to let you know where I'm at and what I'm doing, I flashed the tuning program, I took it out, I ran it through as many different kinds of situations as I could think of. So I was running different speeds, different throttle positions, stuff like that, and logging it, and it was keeping up with the difference in each MAF position, and then I would go back and paste it multiplied by half of the difference. So all complication aside, what that would do is each time it would inch the MAF a little bit closer to correct. So I'm now to the point where my variance is very low, like around 1% everywhere. So that's about as good as it's probably going to get. So since that's done, I've added the 5 degrees of timing back in. So now I'm going to take it out for this last run. I'm logging knock retard. So if I can get full boost and not get any KR, I should be pretty much done. So let me run a few of these and we'll see what happens. And the final results are in. With that last run, even with all 5 degrees of spark added back into the table, I am back up to running 5 pounds of boost, where I had lost the 1 pound changing to the headers. So I guess the dropping to the 3.5 inch pulley gained me that 1 PSI back. So 15 pounds of boost. With the old supercharger, I was getting almost 5 degrees of spark knock. With the current setup, I got barely 1 degree just at tip in, and there was a little bit of a lean spot there. So I messed with the MAF a little bit more, and I think I've got that straightened out. So basically, we now do not have any spark knock at the same boost that we were running the old supercharger and getting 5 degrees of KR. So I would call that a pretty big improvement. And that's it. With everything tuned and everything set up, there is nothing left to do now but take it out, test it a little bit, and have a little wine. But anyway, if you like these videos and this series of videos, make sure you drop this one a like. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.